Happy morning, happy Monday morning, everyone. I'm Shay Wilson, thinking big, living bigger, and loving the biggest. Hold on, let me get y'all set up on the other platforms. We're going to move and shake this morning. Really try to stay on my time frame. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. An amazing weekend. Let's see, right here. Let's get it. We are now on. Good morning, guys. I'm Shay Wilson, thinking big, living bigger, and loving the biggest. Happy Monday morning, May. Look, May. March 11th, 2024. I don't know what's happening in May, but I'm already there. I'm already there. So this one, we always start off with gratitude, what you appreciate, what you're thankful for, what you're grateful for this morning, this moment. I am super grateful for evening of just being. I read a little bit. I last night I kind of wrote a little bit and was excited. I stayed up till almost 12:30. I think it was a time change, but I don't know. But I was not tired, so I'm really excited about what this day has to bring for me because it was just that easy of getting up and being excited to get on this platform with you guys today. Today we have a very interesting topic, and it is about what is this question that we should ask ourselves, that we should be worthy of asking ourselves, that we should always start our day with, that we should always, when we begin, this is the only way that you can bring things into your life and be comfortable enough, to be confident enough to ask the question and believe that it is possible and ways to get it. All right. What is this question you asked me that we're talking about today? Good morning. Everybody's jumping on. Is what do you want? Hey, Tiffany, what do you want is the question. Many people, I talk to many people as I'm reading, and researching for this. If someone was to ask you the question, that question, because we lament about solution, problems and this and all these things is going wrong. And the question would be, what do you want though? What do you want to happen? What do you want? Do you know? Like, if for instance, if you wanted to go on a vacation and you're lamenting the fact that you're tired, and someone said, well, what do you want? Could you verbalize, I want a vacation? Okay, if you want a vacation, then where you want to go? How do you want it to be? What hotels? What Airbnb? What do you want? See, those are the things that they stop us from manifesting the things in our lives that we desire, because we really don't know exactly what we want. If someone said about money, how much money do you want to make a year? What does that look like? What does that feel like? What do you want? And so I was reading a story about Neville Goddard, who's a theologian in the 1920s, who talks about the power of the imagination. And in this, he was talking to his spiritual advisor. I'll just call him a spiritual advisor. And he was telling him that he wanted to go home of that nature. And he said, well, he just actually said, well, what do you want? What do you want? And he said, well, I want to go home to Barbados and spend the winter in Barbados. And he said, okay, don't think about how, where, the means, or that type of thing. But I want you to go to bed tonight, for the next several nights, thinking from Barbados, not of Barbados. So I think there's one of the issues. Many times we think of what we want. People say, okay, what do you want? You say this. So we think of it, but we don't think from it. So this morning, as you're looking through the rest of your day and you're trying to figure out, what do I really want in my finances, in my health, in my career, in my relationship? If I want a relationship, we must begin to think from it and go to bed thinking from that place, not of it, but you're there already. You already have it. You're already in it. You're already doing it. You're already there. And move from that place. Anybody get that? Does that make sense to anyone? Think from it, not of it. And believe. The second thing would be to believe that it is possible for you. You're going to create the feeling and use your imagination masterfully to create a situation where you already feel that you have it. So I ask people all the time, what do you want? How, if you're single, do you want to be married? And if you're married, do you want to be single? Think from it. Understand. If you, what are you doing in your ideal, because I always ask, what's your ideal life, rather. Let me back up. And what in your ideal life, what do you want? If you're single and you want to be married, then how does it feel? You're thinking from being married already. There creates a sense of confidence, of feeling loved, valued, and appreciated. And if you want more money, well, how do you feel from speaking from more money? Not of it. Understand what I'm saying? Because it used to be, in highly effective people, he was on it. He said, think from the end. And what that really means is think that you're from the end, or you're already in it and you're moving backwards. And so there's a confidence in that. So it says speaking out into existence with details. Absolutely. And you're not necessarily speaking this right now, Tiffany. You're literally imagining this as you go to sleep. You're falling asleep. They talk about a moment right before you go to sleep. It's a sleep. It's a akin to sleep. It's a time akin to sleep. Right before you go to sleep, you're thinking on this. You're imagining this to where you feel it, you see it, you smell it. You the colors, the what are you doing, how you feel, being able to. That's why understanding feeling words is huge. How do you want to feel? Most of us don't know. We know how we don't want to feel. We know what we don't want, but how do you want to feel? That's why saying I want my life to feel blissful and magical and fun and lighthearted and successful and in all these different things with a ease, or when challenges come up, I have a trust that life is for me, that I feel protected and move in this, that I feel energetic, enthusiastic, and excited about my life. Most of us are not excited about life, maybe not excited about this day as we go through it. And we're going to create it to where we flow into this. So before you go into bed, you want to think, if I want to go on vacation at the end of this week, I want to see where I'm at already as I go before I go to sleep tonight. I want to imagine myself already in the place, already at the beach, already sitting there maybe with a cocktail, or talking to someone or friends, and what am I eating, and how, what does it taste like, what does it smell like, what are the sounds that I'm hearing, and we move from there. All right. So the question is, what do I want? What does my ideal state looks like? What does my ideal life look like? And I don't care how old you are. Some of us have gotten into our 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, and we have just forgotten about using our imagination. We have forgotten about setting any kind of goals and dreams. We're just kind of waiting and just kind of, will I have a good life? Well, God said we can have a better one. Better. Your higher power said you can have a better one. You can have a better one. If you're willing to believe, if you're willing to move. And once you start deciding, now if you're thinking from it, then you have to make decisions based off of from that position. Not go out and spend a whole lot of money, but you're feeling that I'm abundant, I am loved, I'm valued, I already have this position. You're already carrying yourself like a boss, a employer. You're already moving in the manner that you already have your master's and your doctorate. You're already moving in that place. What does it look like? You're already moving as a successful person. Not, oh, I wish I was already there. Oh, I wish I had, a partner. No, you're not. You already have it, and you're moving from that place. And understand, how many times have you said, you've heard people say, when they were single, nobody wanted them. Nobody, they couldn't get the right person. But as soon as you get in a relationship, everybody wants you because they find you attractive, right? Because your energy shifted in the relationship. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because your energy shifted in the relationship. Once you had the relationship, there's a different swagger, how you carry yourself. There's a different, you feel, they said he got to be married. He's kept. He looked too good. He already married. He's married. He got somebody. Or she has somebody because she looked too good. Right. There's a different energy. Today's question is, what do you want? What does your ideal life look like right now? What do you like? All right. So listen, I want you to think about these things. Are you single? What does your ideal day look like? How do you want it to do? How do you want it to move today? How do you feel? Are you feeling during the day? How do you want to feel? We get to speak this into existence. We do. And Tiffany brought it up, speaking it into existence, especially like a day. I always say I want my day to be energetic, enthusiastic. I want to be clear-minded. I want to have fun and lighthearted. I want it to be a day where I make a difference in other people's lives as I move around, as I uplift, and my energy is uplifting. I want to be excited about my day. I want to speak that something amazing is going to happen to me today. I want that. I want to be productive, progressive. I want to be in a place that I feel like I am on the right path. And so I literally do speak those things and feelings for today. Good morning, Denise. Good morning. What's good with it? What's good with it? The question. So here's some other questions. When you start thinking about what is your ideal life, and it's something we have to assess our goals, assess where we are, and ask, okay, am I excited about my life right now? Okay, let's see what else. What do I really want? The thing that we don't ask these questions is because we don't believe that we can have what we really want. We can talk all we want to, but here is the trick. When we really figure out, when we have a definite chief aim, I think that Napoleon Hill talks about in his book, a definite chief aim, then we are apt to move in that direction, and we kind of streamline our focus. And then when we sleep on it, meaning that we go to bed thinking from that place, not of it, understand that, not of it, but using our imagination as it was meant to be used. Thinking from it. How do I feel? What am I doing? What am I smelling? How am I moving? What do I have on? Who am I talking to? Who's with me? How much money am I making? How am I doing? What am I doing in my checkbook? Who's on my board? Who's on this? Thinking from it. All right. So let me leave you with that. I just want you to, what the questions are, what do I really want in my finances, in my health, in my relationships, in my spiritual practices? How do I want to look? What weight do I want to be at? You're thinking from it. And I leave you with this. May you feel loved today. May you feel valued today as you move through this little exercise. May you feel appreciated and seen today. May you feel heard and healthy and celebrated and abundant today. Even if you have to celebrate yourself, may you feel competent today. Competent. I'm driving to take up. Oh, that'll work right now. That's what I'm talking about. And it's already done, Denise. It's already done. To take a certificate, already done. You're beyond, you've already done it. So one of the things that I find that we do with God, and I'm going to bring God, our higher power, the God of your understanding, inner being, source, the universe into this. As with everything I do, we constantly ask for the things over and over again when it's already done. So we have to learn how to move to the next thing that we want, believing that the other thing is already done. I know we don't see it physically, but we keep asking, which keeps it at a halt position. But once you know done and you're moving from it like it's done, that is the trick. And I'm teaching myself that as well, because it's a faith thing. Everything we're talking about is a faith thing, believing that you're more than you really, really think you are, that you're more, that you can have more, that you can deserve more, that all things are truly possible. They are. We've just been trained away from our power position. We've been trained away from our center. And this was generations trained away from it. And now we're coming full center with eating properly. And you see all people talking about, taking care of their bodies and making sure they rest and making sure they're healed. We're coming back to center. We're understanding the power. The biggest power is making sure that you meditate. All right. Making sure that may your day also be blissful and you are productive as you want to be. If you need rest, that you get rest. All those things, because you deserve it, but you can speak these things, do these things for yourself. I love and appreciate understanding how powerful we are and trying to practice myself back to the powerful being that we always were meant to be, back to the loving being that we were meant to be, back to the most courageous, not fearing, not worrying and doubting that, God, I need you to help me. No, God said, you are me. I'm in you. You got to believe it, though, and move in that manner. When we do that, we set the tone for everything. We have our own sphere of influence around us. We are that strong. We are that. If we go into work today, we go into our businesses today, we dealing with our kids today, we're moving in a place of strength and kindness, of understanding and moving, because we extend people that are, you're over people, this thing, you extend grace. Extending grace. We extend grace. We're not beating up people today. We're not with our words or how we're looking at people. We are uplifting and creating leaders around us, including our kids. All right, that's what I got for you today. I hope that helped. I hope you start off your week with fire with this. Hey, have an amazing week, an amazing day on purpose. Again, speak a blessing over yourself. I just spoke one over you, and I truly mean that. May you feel all of those things: abundant, rich, loved, appreciated, valued, seen, heard. Listen, competent, knowledgeable, empowered, and celebrated, even if you have to celebrate yourself. Let's rock this thing. I'm Shay Wilson, thinking big, living bigger, and loving the biggest. Boom. Let's go. Bye, everyone.